Association for Black Foundation Executives is a membership-based organization that advocates for responsive and transformative investments in Black communities around the country. ABFE, an organization that's more than 40 years old, began the Black Male Funders Learning and Action Network in October of 2012. Every time the Learning and Action Network convenes, whether it's in Atlanta, Georgia, New Orleans, Louisiana, Little Rock, Arkansas, or as it met in Oakland, California in April of 2014, the group provides an opportunity for philanthropy to learn together, to establish an agenda around shared measurements for the Black male achievement field, to look at narrative change as a way of building public will and political discourse on the issues facing Black males in America. It looks at opportunities for aligning investments across philanthropy and to focus on developing emerging leaders who serve members of the Black community.
And we're actually going to have Black men themselves telling their own stories, because many of those folks don't know Black men. It actually connects folks in a very different way.
What brings me to the work really is lived experience. It comes from the values and principles from my parents. And my parents really were part of the village. They believed in taking care of our own, collective responsibility and self-help. My dad was a public educator for 44 years in Brownsville, Brooklyn. When he wasn't teaching, he was running youth centers at night, and on the weekends, he ran homework clubs in our basement. My mom was a community health nurse in a really tough neighborhood in Long Island, New York, and she helped raise generations of families. We had the President of the United States actually be a Black man and make personal statements about the well-being of Black boys. We clearly have an opportunity. We have a champion and an ally in the highest level of governance.
When they came to Oakland in 2014, the group heard about the work that was happening here in Oakland. We invited members of organizations like the Brotherhood of Elders Network, the Office of African American Male Achievement of the Oakland Unified School District, the Ceasefire Campaign, and College Bound Brotherhood, and others to provide information and lessons about the work that might inform similar work around the country.
The journey to Black men and boys has been a journey. It's been an evolution of investing in my community. One of the things that I'm focused on right now is reducing the violent related deaths of African American males. The numbers of young people dying every day from violent related deaths is 29, 13 from homicide, 12 from suicide, and 4 from child abuse and neglect. The suicide, the homicide is frightening, and there are mental health issues that are affecting our young people that need to be addressed.
And we're an Oakland-based program who works with high school student athletes, and we help them prepare for college careers and life after sports.
To work with a group of 16 brothers in our alternative high schools and train them on interview protocols and how to capture stories, and all of that manifested in this beautiful book that you see here.
The Learning and Action Network has set the standard in the Black male achievement field for innovation, for thought leadership, and for advocacy during an important moment in American history.
Come and tell the people what is true. Come and remind the people of what is good. Come and tell us about our challenges and how we overcame them.
The teacher taught me how to get in line and shut up. Yeah, that's how I knew I didn't need school, because I already knew how to get in the welfare line and shut up when the police talking to me.
I grew up on the south side of Chicago. At age 12, I was getting into a little trouble, and my mother said, well, you got to go live with your father. And I was fine in the Chicago public school system, meaning grades were fine and all the rest. But when I went to the suburban public school system, not so fine. And that's when I recognized the disparity that existed between school systems, both public systems. I recognized that there are thousands of other brothers in the city of Chicago, New York, Oakland, across the nation, who, if given the same opportunity, can produce better outcomes.
I find myself running in the middle of the night with hollow eyes and thoroughbred thoughts bordering on insanity today, on 23rd and Telegraph, sprinting and hurtling through an asphalt field of high-rise apartment buildings, cracking the sky, hoping my streaming tears will wash away my tracks.
I'll be at UC Berkeley next semester, and that's just a blessing for me. But one thing that resonated with me while I was watching those performances,
the network has begun to gain ground. At every meeting, more and more people attend and are excited about the work, are excited about learning together, and believe that the opportunities that are available for boys and men of color will only grow and grow as time passes.
So I just want to thank you all for allowing me and my coalition to be a part of this great event. So thank you.